Trade Genius.
What is going on, guys? Philip at Trade Genius. Hope you guys had a good September. Now we're rolling into October, and as such, we are entering Q4. And Q4 it has been pretty bullish. Someone shot me this chart here of quarterly returns, and Q4 has been giving us decent returns each year, except for 2014 and 2018. And what those had in common were the fact that they were behind or following the post-halving blow-off top. So 2013, if you remember, that's when we cracked $1,000 and then had a subsequent bear market, pretty long. Didn't get out of that till 2015. So 2014 was reflective of that. And 2018 was similar in that we were following the post-halving blow-off of the 2016 halving. We blew off into the end of 2017, beginning of 2018, and 2018 was a bear market. So those two things are have that in common and why they're red. But these other quarters, 2015, 2016, 2017, and now going into 2019, are in the part of the halving cycle that we see these big gains from. So I wanted to talk about that a little bit more and show you guys on the chart how that plays out. Also, you'll notice Q2, that's a really good quarter regardless. We've seen really most consistent performance to the upside in Q2. So just bear that in mind going forward. Q2 is pretty good for Bitcoin in terms of returns. All right, let's look at the chart now. All right, so this is the Brave New Coin Liquid Index. This is end of day data, but it goes back as far as we can on TradingView. And what I did was I just highlighted the fourth quarter on the weekly chart, and then we also have this regression line, basically a channel, curved channel that follows the expected move for Bitcoin based on the current trajectory. Okay, so what you'll find is that when we do have a red quarter, now this goes back even farther than that, 2014, that was back when we started getting more liquidity and action into the market, and I think that's why they started that chart back in 2014. But in reality, we can look at all the quarters back to 2010, really. Now 2010, things are just getting started. Obviously, that was a very bullish quarter in terms of price appreciation. We went from 7 cents up to 26 cents. Big move there. 2011, okay, so 2011 is also reflective of, following a blow-off top. So we hit $30. I remember this was a time when people were selling off their mining rigs. They thought that was it. They'd cashed in. People had thousands of Bitcoin. So they made a fairly decent amount of profit, but had no clue the tsunami that was coming. So post blow-off top quarter, red, and you'll notice that as we go forward. Also notice that following these blow-off top red quarters, we also have green quarters. We never had back-to-back red fourth quarters. And so that's what we're looking at now, guys. And also, when we come off of the regression channel and we're coming off the bottom of it, that bodes well for green fourth quarters as well. So we're coming from the top of the channel to the bottom of the channel, and then off of that green quarter. Same here, from the top of the channel to the bottom of the channel, coming off of that green quarter, and then we were hugging that bottom of that channel, green quarter. So we're similar setup. Top of channel, bottom of channel, coming off of that, expecting a green quarter. The only difference really in this one, on this regression channel, is that we've had a very bullish move out of the bear market, more so than what we've seen in the past. So that's the only difference, but I suspect that what we'll see is potentially more volatility in here, but I'm expecting this to be green as well. Statistically speaking, it bodes well. We've had a 40+% pullback, which is about where we would expect pullbacks to happen or bottom out at once we get out of the bear market. That's been pretty par for the course on corrective moves as we start into the bull cycles and toward the ends of the bull cycles. So you get 30 to 40% pullbacks. So I was just wanting to show you guys that fourth quarter, generally bullish. The 2 times that weren't, or 3 times if you count back to 2011, you can see how they followed the cycle after a blow off top, and we're not in that cycle right now. So this cycle top has happened. We've gone through that bearish quarter, fourth quarter last year. Basically, this would be like the buy the dip type of environment here, and see if we can get a move up. Following the bullish or bearish fourth quarters, if we look and we take our measurement tool, and this is the last thing I'll show you guys, and then we'll pack it in. But we look at price ranges, so just roughly here, to the peaks. Let's look at the peaks. You had a 100% increase there. This one here, if we, talking from where we entered to where we exited, that was about 21%. There was less market participants back then. So just something to keep in mind as we come out off these bottoms here. These quarters typically have been really, really bullish. So, 100% gain from here would bring us to all-time highs. So anyway, it'll be interesting to see the price action we get. Very bullish part of the cycle, very bullish quarter historically. All right, guys, that's it for this video. Hope it helps. I will see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.
Trade Genius.